Authentic Empress, and this is going to be a private, exclusive reading for Tribe. Hold on, I want to start. Alright, so let's just see what the energy is, what messages Spirit have for us at this moment. Messages Spirit have for us at this moment. And maybe all the messages that I had before going live will come back to me as we go. Now, what I did here earlier was to got Venus. Libra and Pisces. That's a lot of loving energy, but also conflicting energy, right? Okay. So what I heard was about misery, right? How misery loves company, and how a lot of the conflicts we have are with people who are just not in the best emotional states or energies in their lives at the moment, right? And your energy being not only triggering, but being a light in a mirror, and us, causing this person to reflect on things about themselves that they've managed to avoid for so long. Yeah, North Node, Ascendant, and Opposition. Immerse. Yeah, so this has been the root of a lot of conflict, with the people in our lives, people just truly not being satisfied with, where they are currently, like their current versions of themselves, or, their experiences, right? So, what I was told, what I heard in spirit was, now that we have the enlightenment of this information, right? We know the source of, the problems, the source of the issue. We really need to be moving away from these energies, right? And allowing ourselves to enter these higher realms of dimensions, right? With better energy, lighter energy, energy light as a feather, right? And moving away from opposition, right? This confrontation, the butting heads, right? Over the same matters, contemplating the same issues, right? Just going back and forth, are these things turning into heated arguments because, emotions are not properly extinguished, right? With people. People have not properly extinguished their emotions. So it's been causing some upheaval unnecessarily. Very emotional energy, right? Balance. So the universe is calling for balance here. We spent a lot of time, giving a lot of these people energy, the way that we was giving the energy is the issue here. It's not that, you were absolutely wrong for giving these people energy. It's not that you didn't learn, who to give your energy to and who to pull your energy back from. We've learned these things. It's just a matter of, putting things in proper perspective, right? Connecting with our emotions. Connecting with the emotions around us, right? Not connecting to a degree that we allow ourselves to diminish, when it comes to our knowledge and our wisdom. No, not in that case. Clarify, Venus. But just understanding and recognizing, what the root cause is. And now that you understand the root cause, you remove the personal projections or attachments that you may have to that. And then we have dragons slay them all to confirm Venus. The cool thing about Venus and Libra being here across from one another is that Venus rules Libra. And, a lot of us, and it was 444 just now, so relationships. So this is what Spirit is highlighting right now, relationships. Relationships, properly understanding, properly perceiving relationships. aligning our perception of relationships with, you know, what is universally sound, what is sound from the universal knowledge. And we got lioness, you've earned all your stripes. So there's a cycle here that's closing. There's a cycle here. There was a rites of passage here. That's what this was, a rites of passage for your soul, your spirit man, right? In earth school, rites of passage. So it's like graduating. It's like graduating, like how you graduate from elementary and then you graduate from middle school, high school, then college, or a 2-year, then a 4-year, you know. And then you have the opportunity to earn your master's, right? So a rites of passage here when it comes to our perception of relationships, right? Moving away from this this confrontation, or another thing too, moving towards this. Okay, now my messages are coming back. So yesterday I saw 3 animals roadkill, and oh man, I forgot. Give me 1 second. See if it will let me do this. No, it's not showing me. Alright, well, anywho, see, copy, and sorry about that, everyone. I had to go and get this video somewhere else. Alright. Okay. Slay them all. So when it comes to, you know, the low vibrational perceptions of love, right? Excuse me. We're at a place in these cycles where we slayed all the demons, you know. We slayed all the dragons, all the opposition when it comes to relationships, right? Love, toxic love patterns, right? Unrequited love, right? All the variations and vibrations of love, right? Ooh, that's deep. Clarify Pisces. Clarify Pisces. Oh yeah, let me finish talking about the roadkill. So I saw a raccoon, a dead raccoon, a dead cat, and a dead deer all in one day, on the same exact day, within my route, right? And what I heard was that there may be a death wave in the near future. Now, whether that's actual, you know, that can range anywhere from physical death to ego deaths, emotional deaths, you know, but a wave of death is on the horizon. But there were also meanings for seeing these particular creatures, right? There were meanings for it. But you know, death in general talks about transformation, so definitely a transformation going on here. Transformation from South Node to North Node energy, right? Moving forward in our future, you know, more aligned and more enlightened on our path and who we really are, right? And heading towards the future in our true selves, right? Being our true selves. So that's what the North Node energy is talking about. And then we got the Ascendant energy, so showing up authentically moving forward. Now that we have this enlightenment, you know, of all the deception surrounding love and position and status and career and all of these things that we were taught, right? All of these illusions, right, with this Pisces energy, all the illusions that desensitized us from, you know, us being our true selves, right? Clarify Pisces. Clarify Pisces. Gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. Exactly. So all of these, all of these, all of these factions and the societal factors, right, that we've been brought up under, that was trying to, give us their perception of pressure, or their definition of the kind of pressure that they think we need or we deserve in order to mold us into what they want us to be, that will work for their benefit and actually work against our highest interest, right? Our better good. So you know how in scripture it says pressure makes gold, right? So for those of us who have, we become enlightened, to this agenda and these plots here, right? We've been able to be guided by spirit so that this pressure that we've undergone could actually move us to our true selves, to transform into our authentic selves, right? To bring, things into balance. So the opposition being the pressure, right? We can't always define the opposition of what it's going to look like or the intensity, right? We can't necessarily adjust that all the time, but this opposition that we experience and that we're probably about to experience moving into Aries season now, right? The energy of Mars. So this opposition that we experiencing is that pressure, right? That make us gold. So it betters us. It betters us over time. The heavier the pressure, the more the pressure, the more enlightened we become, the more golden, we shine, and our light peaks through our vessels. Expectations don't seek anyone's approval. So that's a card that keeps coming out as well. Exactly. So we've come out of these illusions, right, surrounding love and us receiving love and giving love and this, that, and the third. And a lot of us looked at love as needing to have the approval of these people that we care about, that we look up to and admire, right? But that was a misperception of love, that was one of the illusions with this Pisces energy, to desensitize you from fulfilling, to desensitize you from your true emotions, right? Your accurate emotions. Desensitize you from your true self and you being confident and being comfortable and being your true accurate self, opposed to being what you think people prefer to see or prefer to have around them or prefer you to be, right? So all these illusions surrounding love and truth and justice, right? You can be your own knight. So we have Princess, you can be your own knight. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. Mural, be your own first priority. Tree, let them go. So that's another thing with this energy in this cycle. Then we have Tower. Yeah, so there's some tower moments coming here. This opposition energy with this energy of Mars, right? In Aries season, Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. Yeah. So you may need to engage in some self-love spells here, or some release spells. So maybe there's some relationships here who are still impacting you negatively, or whatever previous perceptions you may have had regarding your relationships with these people. Maybe that's something you need to work on releasing and letting go right now. Yeah, because it's like a weight. It's like a weight, right? It weighs on you, from moving forward. Or having your heart being light as a feather, right? Okay. Bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Exactly. So there could be some people trying to pick at you regarding a matter, or being nitpicky. Somebody being nitpicky, or just being picky in general, like a bully energy. You may encounter this. Maybe like a pessimistic energy targeting you, and it's saying that you need to stand up for yourself. So this opposition is calling for you to stand up for yourself, but standing up for yourself with the wisdom you cultivated over time, right, from your past experience and encounters with like experiences, right, and like energies. Right, so we're moving differently. We're not moving in the energy of our South Node anymore, how we used to show up in these situations in the past. But we're moving forward in these situations in our and our North Node energy, right? And our authentic selves. So we're standing up for ourselves. You know, we're not hiding away anymore. We're not going to allow ourselves to be, you know, bullied or whatever. We're going to stand up for ourselves, but it doesn't always have to be to. We're not going to stand up to the degree that how they want us to react or respond, right? It's going to be how we allow ourselves to respond, right? It's going to be with wisdom. We're going to respond with wisdom and grace, right? Throne, your potential is endless. Exactly. We're gonna respond like royalty because that's who we truly are, right? Spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to sing. The thing about singing, and I can definitely vouch for this, you know, being a person who does sing, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of grit to be able to sing, and not just that, but to sing freely in your true voice, you know, with confidence, publicly, you know, in front of others, you know, making yourself vulnerable to critiques and, you know, judgments of all kind, right? So it takes a lot of courage, you know, to just freely sing, right, without fixating on what other people will think of you or their approval or them liking you, accepting you, or anything of that nature, right? So this is the energy that we're moving in, right? Where in this energy where we can sing and not care for judgment, right? You know, we can receive all kind of critique, but it's not going to stop us from singing. We're going to keep singing a new song. Phoenix, exactly. Phoenix rising. How's that for a happily ever after? How's that for a happily ever after? So what I'm hearing with that card is you being the narrator and the author of your happily ever after as well as your new beginnings, right? Yeah. You write, yeah, just like how I said, a new song. So a new ending, a new outcome. You have the power to manipulate this. So we're talking about destiny here, destiny energy as well. Clarify Libra. Clarify Libra. I'm here. When I was just a little girl, my mama used to take me into bed and she read me a story. So I'm hearing, yeah, slay them, dragons, slay them all. I used to love that song from the Cheetah Girls. There could be some girls who were like cheaters, like maybe somebody cheated their way with something, or there was something where both of you had information or opportunity for something. Maybe there's a female who cheated, or somebody cheated their way into something. But we got Princess again. You can be your own knight. So that's the song that I'm talking about. You have the power to save and rescue yourself, because see, they keep showing us a lot of books, right? And this is a person, like a puppet being manipulated by screens. So what I'm getting here with the Phoenix as well is that you have the power to write your story. Writing is a form of magic. It's a form of magic. When you write things, you know, you can literally, you see, it's like a blank slate. You can literally write your story the way that you want it to be and manifest that, right? And manifest it. So write your own story and read your own story to yourself as your story time, right? You can be your own knight. All right. You can be your own knight. Yeah, you can be your own knight. It keeps coming out. So we're just going to leave this card out for Libra. Exactly. So even if you have to stand in that Queen of Swords energy, standing up for yourself, right? Say what you need to say and leave it at that. You ain't got to step out of character. You look, sovereign power, sovereign confidence. Say what you need to say. Say what you mean, and leave it at that. It don't have to ever be no back and forth with people, or none of that extra shit. Remember to practice self-love. So self-love means guarding your heart, when necessary. When you know what situations that you need to just walk away from. You know how to respond, right? You know how to respond accordingly. So if that response mean walking away, walk away. If that response mean going head right to it, right? That's that Aries energy, right? Head fast, head strong. If that response call for you to just confront, right? Confrontation. You to confront it head on. do that, because a lot of these people that, you know, you dealt with your past, they weren't people who could confront things head on. They weren't direct. A lot of these people were passive aggressive. A lot of these people were indirect. A lot of these people were subliminal, right? But you were the complete opposite. You are the complete opposite, and this is why you were a threat. This is why, you know, you were a threat to people's ego, right? A death to people's ego. You was a threat to that, because you're direct. So you know how to go about these situations gracefully. You know how to go about these situations accordingly. And your potential is endless here. Clarify the sun. What I'm hearing too, like, you dimensional, you're multi-dimensional, right? Because we have this prince. She's like a regular princess. We have a witch or a sorceress, however you want to call her, a light worker. But darkness, right? So the polarity of all energies, right? There's a low vibrational darkness and a high vibrational darkness. And then we have the mermaid, right? So you're multi-dimensional. You know how to respond to situations accordingly, right? So that's what I'm getting from that. Clarify the sun. 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 Raindrops, take a chance on them. Take a chance on them. Take a chance on them. So, if this is still talking about relationships, this could just be talking about taking a chance on relationships in general, taking a chance on, you know, building connections with people again, with, you know, putting yourself out there, right? Now that you have, you know, this enlightenment, you have this wisdom, you have a better, you know, guys on life in general and relationships moving forward, right? You're not going into these things blind anymore like you was before, or somewhat, or doubting your intuition and your senses, and, you know, you accurately picking up and discerning things about people, right, and energy. Right? You're no longer going to these things, you know, just in the rain, walking out in the rain with no umbrella, you know, so that this rain is not clouding your vision or whatever. It's like, no, like, you're more prepared. I'm feeling the Eight of Cups energy. That's what I'm feeling, Eight of Cups. Moving forward with wisdom, moving forward with, you know, knowledge from these experiences and your lessons that you learn from these relationships, right? Your lessons in love, right? Because Venus was the first energy that came out. Venus, Pisces, and then Libra. So learning your lessons in love, now you have this, you know, moving forward. So now, you know, you can trust yourself. You can feel comfortable with, you know, if relationships don't work out, you don't have to, you no longer are going to, you know, be pessimistic and beat yourself up about it, because you understand relationships. You understand, you know, all these variations of love and how things work and why. And sometimes you're going to be compatible with people and sometimes you're not, right? Everybody's not for you. You're not for everybody. So you learn these key principles, these key life principles moving forward now. So now you can move forward in your north node, moving upward, right? High vibrational, going to higher dimensions, right? And you can move away from your south node, from these lower dimensions of energy, right? From this opposition, this confrontation, which was the pressure to turn you into gold. So we got a flower. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And then my candle just flickered. I don't know which one that was. Be honest with yourself. So, of course, be honest with yourself moving forward, you know, in all of these connections and all of your endeavors and dealings with, not with just, you know, your relationships with others, but your relationship with yourself, right? Be honest with yourself. You know, trust your intuition. Trust what you're feeling when you're feeling, right? Honor it. Because before, in the past, when we were in these lower dimensions, we didn't really trust ourselves, right? So that's what Spirit is saying here. In this North Node energy, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Clarify North Node. 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 So we got feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. Slow down and celebrate yourself. So yesterday, another message I had gotten, just came back to me, was how play, right? The act of play, being playful, and retaining your youth, being youthful. How do we retain our youth? How do we heal the inner child, right? So what this message that I got from Spirit was to provide the inner child the kind of experiences and activities that you wanted to partake in when you were a kid, but you weren't allotted to. You weren't allowed to, or, you know, there was some type of barrier that didn't allow you to have access to these kind of things that intrigued and, intrigued your interest when you were a kid. So now that you have more authority and more power and control over your life, right, and your experiences and your outcomes, you can provide yourself the experiences that your inner child long and desire for. So that is a way to help heal the inner child as well. Eat more fruits as well. Eat more fruits and natural foods I'm getting here. Eat more fruits. Eat more fruits. Feast. What I'm also hearing too with this feast card for North Node is a table being prepared for you in the presence of your enemies. So another thing too, when it comes to these people watching you, we can't really, it's kind of contradictory, and I'm guilty for this. It's kind of a contradiction for us to be like, oh, I got a problem with people just watching me, and they not liking or interacting with shit. And, like, that's disrespectful, that's weird, that's sus. And, some of these people are, people who are plotting against you, who are doing or attempting to do spells on you, but the shit don't fucking work anymore because it's only turning into ammo to actually fuel you and this ascension, you ascending to your North Node, right? Because we're talking about the opposition from these lower forces, these lower vibrational energies, actually being that pressure to turn us into gold, right? So in actuality, they're surrounding you, or they're watching you working together, trying to cast these spells or whatever, trying to harvest energy off of you. But in actuality, it's like it's building interest. In actuality, is manifesting as you being levitated, to higher dimensions. That's what's actually happening. Because in that photo, the girl was being levitated. She was levitating in the middle of these, these witches. So yeah, that's what I was hearing too about the inner child. Feast. Oh yeah. So if the promise was that a table will be prepared for us in the presence of our enemies, can we really, fault these people for watching us and keeping up with us and stalking us and observing? No, these things, your feast and your harvest and your blessings and you becoming gold or whatever, they supposed to watch. This is supposed to occur in their presence, right? These people have served as footstools, stepping stones. These people that have cast stones to you, they've actually casted stones for you to step upward to your North Node, right? For you to move upward and onward. These were stepping stones. So the stones that they casted were actually your stepping stones. Ain't that powerful? Because they said that your enemies will be your footstool, right? Evil queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. So yeah. So there's definitely an energy here. There's an energy here, or there's going to be people here who still try to give you sugar or whatever. I mean, who still try to give you salt instead of sugar or whatever. Or some of these people who are watching you are in this evil king energy. But it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be that way because these things are going to happen in their presence. That's what the promise was. Stand up for yourself. They may watch, but they cannot overthrow you. They can't overpower you. They can't change your fate or your destiny. They can't do that. But they can damn sure watch. They can damn sure watch and just get mad at, right? They already mad. They already jealous. They already feeling some type of way about how you are, how smart you are, how evolved you are, how natural you are. Let them keep watching. And what they say about pressure and what pressure do to diamonds and what it does to gold, right? It becomes better. It makes it better. All right? The quality only intensifies. It becomes better. Clarify ascendant. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. You never needed those wings to fly. So what I heard was these people would try to pluck off wings from you. Look, thorns. thorns. These people would cast thorns, cast stones, try to pluck off your wings because they could see that you was an angel, right? That you was an earth angel, that you was a divine being, that you was a high vibrational being, that you was floating anytime y'all was going somewhere. If you was at school and you was in a line, you wasn't walking regular, you was damn near floating, right? In the spirit realm. So these people identify this energy about you, and you had some people who, you know, who didn't know any better, right? Who didn't know any better. Sit there and try to pluck your wings off, thinking, you know, perceiving it from their brokenness, perceiving it from their imbalance, perceiving it from their misery, perceiving it from, you know, their unhealed traumas and wounds, right? Perceiving you with all of that emotional baggage and unclear energy that they hold on to, or that they manifest every day, that they do not do the shadow work or heal it or address these things, right? Morning, the world awaits you. The world awaits you. And this is a mermaid, and she's in the ocean. So y'all, you individuals were very deep people. You're very deep mystic-like beings. The way you perceive the world, like, was depthness, and this was just your natural essence, like your natural ambiance, like moving through the world and perceiving the world. It was just naturally deeper and more richer, you know, than these individuals, right? Because a lot of these individuals were stuck in the South Node energy, but like in the dumps of the South Node energy type shit, like, you know, not really ascending, not really, you know, using the stones casted at them or whatever, or that they casted themselves, not, you know, then alchemizing that energy and using those stones as stepping stones, right, to pull themselves out of those dark nights of the soul. Any more messages? Any more messages? All right, let me pull from, then we got Tree, let them go. So it's emphasizing to let these people go, let these people stay right in the South Node where they're supposed to be, apparently. Let these people go. Let these people go. Alright, let's see. Oracle messages Spirit has for us. Messages you have for the collective. Messages you have for the collective. I almost feel like I need to pull that card out. It's trying to come out. You cannot, excuse me, so we have the number 3. You cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Where is your heart guiding you? Ooh. You cannot make a mistake in this North Node energy. You cannot make a mistake. Follow where your heart is guiding you. Follow where you're guided, right? Trust yourself. That trust yourself card that came out, right? Any more messages? Any more messages? Alright. So we got number 4. You are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? You are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? So celebrate your victories here, big and small. Number 9, express yourself creatively. Start something new. What creative pursuit do you feel drawn to? Right. And so with this creative pursuit, stop perceiving yourself as making mistakes, you know, and whatever that you do during this creative pursuit, right? They're saying that you cannot make a mistake. All things work for the good of those who are, who love God, who love the Most High, who are anointed, who are chosen. Your mistakes are going to work out for your benefit. Infinite possibilities available to you, right? So once again, about writing your story, right? Writing your own outcome, writing the own ending of your story, the beginning of your story. You are your own narrator. You are the author of your life. And remember that writing is a form of magic. It's a form of manifestation. It's a manifestation tool, a very powerful one. To write how you want things to be, what you want to happen, how you see yourself living, what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish, who you are, who you perceive yourself to be, right? To write these things down and reaffirm it, right, in written word. That's a very powerful form of magic. So we got 3, 4, and 9. I'm hearing that song again. I can slay my own dragon. I can dream my own dreams. That's deep. My knight in shining armor is me. So I'm going to set me free. Freedom. Leader of the light. Where are you being called to serve and support others? Then we got the number 36. So the number 36 came out twice in this reading. So that's an angel number to pay attention to there. Yes. 36 came out for the gold card and the card that I just read, leader of the light. Yeah, so your gold, this pressure that has made you into gold and made your gold, made the quality of your gold better over time and more intense, that's a reflection of your light. So your light is naturally what propels you to be a leader out of darkness, out of these south node energy. So you're going to be, your light is going to be used to lead others out of the south node energy. And some people are going to get left behind. Why? Because your light is ascending. So that levitation card that had came out, where those people called themselves like trying to cast a spell on that girl or whatever, the person, you remember how I said, instead of, you know, doing what they was hoping for it to do, the outcome that they wanted, which was to harvest your energy, in actuality it was boosting your energy. It was causing you to levitate out away from them and that south node energy and out of their reach. So it's like your light and this pressure causes you to ascend. So it's like the sun. When the sun comes up, everybody sees the sun. So once again, about these people watching you and your enemies keeping the tabs on you and stalking you and stuff like that, a table being prepared for you in the presence of your energy. So your light is going to be in the presence of your energy. It's going to be like, you're going to be a lighthouse energy. So yeah, this is lighthouse energy here. They won't have a choice but to behold you, right? And touch not you anymore. Touch not the anointed. And every time they attempt, every time they attempt to touch you with whatever magic or whatever, I'm telling you, it's only going to cause you to levitate even higher. It's only going to cause you to ascend even higher, to shine even brighter. So that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. But alright, this is your girl, the Authentic Empress, and I'm going to end it here. But I love you guys.